Passwords are as old as civilization, and for as long as they've existed, people have been breaking them. Password is defined as a secret word or phrase that must be used to gain admission to something. One example of the first hacked password occurred during the Peloponnesian War in 413 BC, when the Athenians attacked the Syracusans in Sicily. How do passwords work? Passwords are meant to authenticate or verify that a user is who he or she says they are. If the user fails to enter the correct password they designated for a certain account, then they won't be able to gain access. Authentication is verifying that a user is who they say they are. There are many methods of authentication. Direct authentication is sending a password directly to a server in plain text. Another method is when a password is sent through a one-way hash function, which converts the plain text password to a random-looking sequence, which must be then converted by the server. How do you create a strong password? First, it's a good idea to choose a long password. Try to make sure that your password is not shorter than 12 characters. Use numbers and symbols to help strengthen it. Try to use made-up words that are not found in the dictionary. Avoid using obvious passwords such as a password that has your name in it. It is also important to regularly change your passwords so people can't have access to your accounts for long periods of time. If you're having trouble creating a strong password, use a password generator. Passwords are not 100% safe though. Criminals can still get us by using brute force, guessing, stealing with a keylogger, taking from a password dump, phishing, malware, and by conning ISPs and customer service. To try and protect yourself from this, you can enable a two-factor authentication system. You can also give bogus answers to security questions. Another thing that's helpful is scrubbing your online presence, which is optioning out of any website that wants to store your personal information. Biometrics is using voice print, fingerprint, retinal scan, or any other physical information to gain access. Biometrics would make it much harder for criminals to obtain your password, but in today's world it is still expensive and impractical. Spyware is a type of software that watches what you type or see. One example of spyware is the program called Zeus. A case in 2010, the FBI helped apprehend 5 individuals in the Ukraine who had employed Zeus to steal $70 million from 390 victims.